Your choice in firearms says more about you than you might think. Like your choice in cars or whiskey, the gun you swear by reveals your personality, priorities, and maybe even a few secrets you didn't know you were sharing. Today, we're breaking down what your favorite firearm really says about you. If you've spent decades building your collection or just appreciate straight talk about firearms, hit that subscribe button and notification bell right now. Let's get into it. Number 1. The Glock 19 Owner. The Glock 19 Owner is the Honda Civic driver of the gun world, practical, reliable, and not too flashy. If you're packing a G19, you're probably the most sensible person in your friend group. You did your research, read the forums, and made the correct choice that nobody can really argue with. You're the type who buys quality tools and keeps them forever. Your garage is organized, your oil changes happen on schedule, and you have a retirement plan. The Glock 19 isn't just your handgun, it's a reflection of your life philosophy: reliable, functional, and ready for anything. Personality traits, values, reliability above all else. Researches everything before buying, probably has a decent emergency fund, not concerned with having the flashiest gear. Common phrases: it just works. You can't go wrong with a Glock 19. I've had this since Generation 3 and never had a failure. Why complicate things? This does everything I need. If you've got a Glock 19 in your nightstand right now, drop a G19 in the comments. And if you appreciate no-nonsense gun talk, tap that like button to help more traditional gun folks find our channel. Number 2. The Desert Eagle Owner. Desert Eagle owners don't just want a gun, they want a statement piece. You're either a collector with disposable income, a competitive shooter who enjoys the challenge, or someone who watched too many action movies in the 90s. Either way, subtlety isn't your strong suit. You're the friend who buys the 72-ounce steak just to say you did it. Your other hobbies probably include things that go fast, make noise, or both. You've definitely said go big or go home, unironically, at least once in your life. Personality traits: enjoys being the center of attention, has at least one story that starts with, "You won't believe this." Willing to sacrifice practicality for wow factor, secretly enjoys the recoil that makes others flinch. Common phrases: wait till you feel the recoil on this bad boy. Yeah, it's completely impractical, but that's not the point. It's actually surprisingly accurate once you get used to it. The look on people's faces at the range is worth every penny. Number 3. The AR-15 Owner. AR-15 owners come in two varieties: the practical user and the collector. If you're the former, you appreciate the platform's versatility and aftermarket support. If you're the latter, your spouse has probably questioned why you need another black rifle. You're the type who values customization and options. Your coffee order has at least 3 modifiers, and you've spent hours configuring your ideal vehicle online. You probably have strong opinions about buffer weights and gas systems that you're more than happy to share. Personality traits: detail-oriented to a fault, enjoys personalization and customization, has strong opinions about brands and components, owns more magazines than pairs of socks. Common phrases: I'm just one more part away from finishing this build. This one is my SHTF gun, the other one is for competitions. You can't beat the modularity. Direct impingement versus piston is like Ford versus Chevy. Number 4. The AK-47 Owner. AK owners are the contrarians of the gun world. While everyone else was buying ARs, you zagged and embraced the Comblock Classic. You value simplicity, durability, and getting the job done without fancy bells and whistles. You're the friend who still uses a flip phone or drives an old truck with 300,000 miles. You have strong opinions about over-engineering and believe that sometimes the old ways are better. You've probably used the phrase, "they don't build them like they used to," more than once. Personality traits: values function over form, isn't swayed by trends or peer pressure, has a quiet confidence about their choices, probably has some interesting political views. Common phrases. Nayet. Rifle is fine. You can bury it in mud for a year and it'll still work. 7.62 by 39 has better terminal ballistics. I don't need sub-MOA accuracy for defensive purposes. Number 5. The 1911 Owner. The 1911 Owner is the traditionalist of the gun community. You believe in proven designs, craftsmanship, and the stopping power of .45 ACP. You probably own at least one leather holster and can tell the difference between Series 70 and Series 80 firing systems blindfolded. You're the type who appreciates classic cars, mechanical watches, and single malt scotch. You've mastered the art of the proper handshake and believe that some things, like a good trigger pull, are worth paying extra for. Personality traits. Appreciates tradition and craftsmanship, has strong opinions about stopping power, likely knows the history of both world wars, keeps things well maintained and clean. Common phrases, 2 world wars. They don't make them like they used to. If you need more than 7+1 rounds, you need more practice. Feel that trigger break, like glass. If you own a 1911, type 45 ACP in the comments section. And don't forget to share this video with your range buddies, especially the ones who fit these stereotypes perfectly. Number 6. The High Point Owner. High Point Owners are either the most practical people in the room or are just starting their firearms journey. You understand that sometimes good enough is perfectly acceptable, especially when budget is a concern. You're not afraid to be the butt of jokes because you know who's laughing when everyone else's gun jams. You're the type who buys store-brand groceries, looks for the best value, and doesn't care much about brand names. You probably have a drawer full of takeout packets and know how to make things work on a tight budget. Personality traits: highly practical and budget-conscious, immune to peer pressure and gun snobs, can see the value in things others dismiss, probably great at finding deals on everything. Common phrases: it goes bang every time and that's what matters. For the price of your fancy gun, I could buy this and 1,000 rounds of ammo. Yeah, it's ugly, but it works. It's actually more reliable than people give it credit for. Number 7. The Sig P320 Owner. Sig P320 Owners are the forward-thinking pragmatists of the gun world. You appreciate modern design and modularity, but still want the heritage of an established brand. You're probably the early adopter among your friends, not the first to try new things, but definitely not the last. You're the type who reads consumer reports before making purchases and has a properly diversified investment portfolio. You value flexibility and options, and you've probably changed out the grip module on your P320 at least once. Personality traits: tech-savvy but not a gadget fanatic, appreciates thoughtful design improvements, values versatility and adaptability, probably has a well-organized toolbox. Common phrases: the modularity is what sold me. I can switch from full size to compact in minutes. The military chose it for a reason. It's the best of both worlds, modern design with proven reliability. Number 8. The Taurus G2C Owner. Taurus G2C Owners are the savvy shoppers of the gun world. You know how to stretch a dollar and aren't afraid to go against the grain of conventional wisdom. You've done your homework and decided that the price-to-performance ratio matters more than the name on the slide. You're the type who clips coupons, waits for sales, and knows exactly how to get the most bang for your buck, literally. You've probably recommended this gun to at least 3 people who are on a tight budget. Personality traits: value-conscious but not cheap. Independent thinker who isn't swayed by brand loyalty. Practical approach to self-defense. Probably good at finding hidden gems in other areas of life. Common phrases: it does 90% of what a Glock does for half the price. I've put 2,000 rounds through it without a single issue. Not everyone needs to spend $600 on a handgun. The warranty is actually pretty good. Number 9. The MP5 Owner. MP5 owners are the connoisseurs of the gun world. You appreciate the finer things and are willing to navigate paperwork and expense to own what many consider the perfect submachine gun. You're either a dedicated collector or someone who enjoys the exclusivity of owning a piece of tactical history. You're the type who buys limited edition releases and appreciates German engineering in all its forms. Your other hobbies might include collecting watches, fine wines, or vintage cars. Things that hold their value and provide joy in ownership. Personality traits. Appreciates precision and engineering excellence. Willing to invest in quality and exclusivity. Patient enough to navigate NFA paperwork. Probably has an impressive collection beyond just firearms. Common phrases. The roller delayed blowback system is simply perfect. It's the gold standard for a reason. Yes, it was expensive, but it's an investment. Nothing else shoots quite like it. Number 10. The FN SCAR Owner. SCAR owners are the high-end tactical enthusiasts who want the best and are willing to pay for it. You're probably well-versed in ballistics, have strong opinions about optics, and consider your SCAR to be the crown jewel of your collection. You're the type who buys premium everything, from coffee beans to hiking boots. You research extensively before buying and see your firearms as investments in quality. Your friends probably come to you for advice on gear and guns. Personality traits. Believes in buy once, cry once. Has a sophisticated understanding of firearms. Likely has military or tactical training. Probably owns high-end optics and accessories. Common phrases. Yes, it's expensive, but it's worth every penny. The reciprocating charging handle isn't an issue if you train properly. It's what the Special Forces use for a reason. It shoots like a dream once you get used to the recoil impulse. Number 11. The Springfield Hellcat Pro Owner. Hellcat Pro owners are the informed pragmatists of the CCW world. You stay up to date on the latest developments in the firearms industry and aren't afraid to embrace new technology when it offers real benefits. You value capacity and shootability in a compact package. You're the type who researches thoroughly before buying a new phone, reads reviews obsessively, and probably has strong opinions about the best EDC gear. You're practical, but not stuck in the past. Personality traits. Stays current with industry developments, values efficiency and maximizing potential, takes self-defense seriously without being paranoid, probably has a well-thought-out EDC setup. Common phrases. The capacity to size ratio is unbeatable. I carry this because it's the most efficient option. The optics cut was standard before everyone else caught on. It's what the modern CCW gun should be. Number 12. The Ruger 1022 Owner. Ruger 1022 owners are the fundamentalists of the gun world. You understand that mastering the basics is essential and that a .22 LR is both practical and fun. You're probably the person who actually helps new shooters instead of just talking about it. You're the type who values substance over flash and believes in building skills from the ground up. You probably have practical hobbies like gardening, woodworking, or home improvement and take satisfaction in teaching others. Personality traits. Patient and methodical. Appreciates timeless design and reliability. Practical about ammunition costs and training. Probably a good teacher and mentor. Common phrases. Everyone should start with a .22. I've had this since I was a kid and it still runs perfectly. You can shoot all day for the price of 20 rounds of something else. It's the perfect gun to teach new shooters with. Number 13. The M1 Garand Owner. M1 Garand Owners are the historians and traditionalists of the gun community. You have a deep appreciation for firearms that have shaped history and aren't afraid to deal with a bit of extra weight and maintenance to own a piece of American heritage. You're the type who reads historical biographies, watches documentaries, and probably has strong opinions about the best war movies. You appreciate craftsmanship and the mechanical elegance of designs that have stood the test of time. Personality traits. Strong sense of history and tradition. Appreciates mechanical engineering and wood craftsmanship. Likely has knowledge about World War II that would impress a history professor. Probably reloads their own ammunition. Common phrases. The greatest battle implement ever devised. That ping sound is just satisfying. They don't make them like this anymore. 8 rounds of 30.06 was enough for our grandfathers, and it's enough now. Number 14. The Kel-Tec KSG Owner. KSG owners are the innovators and risk-takers of the gun world. You appreciate thinking outside the box and aren't afraid to try designs that break with convention. You probably enjoy the conversation your KSG starts at the range as much as you enjoy shooting it. You're the type who buys gadgets with unique features, appreciates creative solutions to old problems, and probably has other hobbies that involve tinkering or customization. You don't mind being different and might even prefer it. Personality traits. Appreciates innovation and creative design, not bound by tradition or conventional thinking. Willing to be an early adopter. Probably has other unusual or unique firearms. Common phrases. 14 rounds of 12 gauge in this size is just ingenious. Yes, it's different, but that's what makes it interesting. The ergonomics take some getting used to, but the capacity is worth it. It's actually more practical than it looks. Number 15. The CZ Shadow 2 Owner. CZ Shadow 2 owners are the sophisticated competition shooters of the gun world. You take your range time seriously and have probably dabbled in USPSA or IDPA competitions. You appreciate European craftsmanship and don't mind paying a premium for a firearm that gives you a competitive edge. You're the type who notices minute details that others overlook and appreciates the difference that a few ounces of frame weight can make in controlling recoil. Your YouTube history is full of competition shooting videos and trigger job tutorials. Your friends have learned not to challenge you to friendly shooting competitions because it's not really a fair fight. You've probably modified your Shadow 2 with custom grips, a lighter trigger, and possibly some internal polishing. Nothing too flashy, just performance enhancements. When you shoot, it's with a level of focus and precision that casual shooters don't understand. You're not just putting holes in paper. You're striving for a perfect blend of speed and accuracy. Your range sessions have specific drills and goals, not just burning through ammo. Despite your serious approach to shooting, you're always willing to help others improve their technique. You understand that rising tides lift all boats, and you genuinely enjoy seeing others develop their skills. Personality traits. Detail-oriented and analytical. Values precision and consistent performance. Likely competitive in other areas of life, appreciates craftsmanship and quality engineering, methodical about practice and improvement, willing to invest in tools that provide measurable benefits, has a systematic approach to problem-solving common phrases. The ergonomics are just unmatched in this platform. Once you shoot a Shadow 2, polymer frames just feel cheap. It's heavy, but that's what makes the recoil so manageable. The trigger reset is so short, you can feel it telepathically. Yes, it costs more than a Glock, but you're paying for craftsmanship. It's like the difference between a factory car and a tuned sports car. Number 16. The Shotgun-Only Owner. Shotgun-only owners are the pragmatists of the gun community. You believe in simple, effective tools that get the job done without complication. Your home defense strategy is straightforward. If it comes through that door uninvited, it's getting a face full of buckshot. You're the type who values versatility and practicality above all else. With a few different loads, your shotgun can handle everything from home defense to duck hunting to clay shooting. Why own 5 different guns when one can do it all? Your friends with specialized firearms sometimes tease you about being old school, but they're also the first to call when they need help patterning their own shotguns. You've probably uttered the phrase, aim a rifle, point a shotgun, more times than you can count. There's something refreshingly honest about your approach to firearms. No tactical gadgets, no specialized accessories, just a simple tube that goes boom and gets the job done. You probably own a pump action because you appreciate the reliability and the psychological impact of that distinctive ch-ch sound. When you watch action movies, you're the one who points out that the hero should be using a shotgun instead of some fancy submachine gun. In your mind, buckshot solves most problems within 25 yards, and if you can't solve it with 8 rounds of 12 gauge, you probably should have run away to begin with. Personality traits. Value simplicity and proven effectiveness. Practical and resourceful in approach to problems. Likely knows a lot about different ammunition types. Probably has strong opinions about choke selection. No-nonsense attitude towards self-defense. appreciates multi-purpose tools in all aspects of life, likely patient and methodical in approach. Common phrases: it's the most versatile firearm ever created. With the right load, a shotgun can handle anything. That sound alone will make most intruders reconsider their life choices. Pattern your shotgun, people. It's not a magical room-clearing device. I can shoot clays in the morning and defend my home at night with the same gun. The simplicity means less can go wrong when it matters. Buckshot for two-legged threats, birdshot for feathered ones. Number 17. The .22 Magnum Owner. 22 Magnum Owners are the clever contrarians of the firearms world. While everyone else was debating 9mm versus .45, you went sideways with a caliber that flies under the radar. You appreciate the reduced recoil and noise compared to centerfire cartridges, but want more punch than standard .22 LR. You're the type who takes pride in finding unusual but effective solutions to common problems. Your other hobbies might include growing unusual vegetables, restoring vintage electronics, or brewing craft beer with unexpected ingredients. When people at the range ask about your firearm choice, you've got a well-rehearsed explanation about the ballistic advantages of .22 Magnum that leaves them both educated and slightly confused. You probably know more about small-caliber terminal ballistics than most gun store employees. You enjoy the surprised looks when people see what your little rimfire can do at the range. There's a quiet satisfaction in knowing you've found an effective solution that most others have overlooked. You probably reload your own ammunition or at least stock up whenever you find it on sale. Despite the niche nature of your chosen firearm, you're not elitist about it. You simply appreciate having knowledge and capabilities that aren't common, and you're always happy to introduce others to the world of .22 Magnum. Personality traits: enjoys finding overlooked or unconventional solutions. Values efficiency and effectiveness over raw power. Likely detail-oriented and research-driven, probably has other niche interests or collections. Appreciates the balance of performance and practicality. Often has specialized knowledge in unexpected areas. Values substance over appearance. Common phrases: it's the perfect balance of power and shootability. You'd be surprised what this little cartridge can do. It's like having a centerfire performance in a rimfire package. Less recoil means faster follow-up shots and better accuracy. I can carry twice as much ammunition for the same weight. It's the caliber the mainstream gun world forgot about. Don't underestimate it just because it's a rimfire. Number 18. The Long-Range Precision Rifle Owner. Long-range precision rifle owners are the Zen masters of the firearms world. You appreciate the blend of art and science that goes into making consistent hits at extreme distances. Your patience is legendary, and you understand that mastery comes through disciplined practice and attention to detail. You're the type who enjoys complex, skill-based hobbies that reward precision and careful study. You probably have spreadsheets tracking your ammunition performance and can discuss the effects of barometric pressure on bullet trajectories without referring to notes. Your range bag weighs more than most people's entire gun collections, filled with specialized tools, ballistic calculators, weather meters, and spotting equipment. You've definitely spent more on your scope than many people spend on their rifles. When you're behind your rifle, time seems to slow down. The rhythmic control of your breathing, the minute adjustments for wind and distance, the perfect press of the trigger. It's almost meditative. You find satisfaction not just in hitting the target, but in understanding every variable that made that hit possible. Despite your serious approach to the hobby, there's a childlike joy that comes over you when you make that perfect shot at a distance your friends can barely see. It's not about showing off, it's about the personal achievement and the continuous journey of improvement. Personality traits: patient and methodical in approach. Appreciates the scientific aspects of ballistics. Detail-oriented to an impressive degree. Likely keeps meticulous records and notes. Values precision and consistency in all things. Probably has impressive focus and concentration. Enjoys the process as much as the results. Common phrases: it's all about fundamentals and consistent execution. This scope costs more than the rifle, and that's exactly how it should be. Most people don't appreciate how much the atmosphere affects the bullet. It's not just about the equipment, it's about reading the environment. Number 19. The Lever Action Owner. Lever action owners are the romantics with a practical streak. You appreciate the connection to America's frontier history, but also recognize the genuine usefulness of a quick-handling, reliable rifle. There's something deeply satisfying about that smooth lever throw that connects you to generations of shooters before you. You're the type who appreciates things that have stood the test of time. You might drive a classic truck, wear leather boots that have been resoled multiple times, or collect vintage tools that still work perfectly. You value heritage but aren't stuck in the past. Your lever gun might be a family heirloom passed down through generations, or maybe you chose it deliberately for its combination of rapid follow-up shots and reasonable power. Either way, you take pride in mastering what some consider an outdated action type. When you're at the range, you might not be the flashiest shooter, but you're often one of the most effective. There's something about the rhythm of working that lever that gets you into a flow state, placing shots with surprising speed and accuracy that makes modern semi-auto shooters take notice. You probably have a special place in your heart for Western films and frontier history. You might even occasionally indulge in some cowboy action shooting, though you'd never admit how much time you've spent practicing your quick lever throws in front of the mirror. Personality traits. Values. Tradition with practical application. Appreciates functional simplicity and reliability. Likely has knowledge of American frontier history. Probably enjoys outdoor activities and self-reliance. Has respect for proven designs and craftsmanship. Values skills and proficiency over equipment. Has a romantic streak beneath a practical exterior. Common phrases: it was good enough for the frontier, and it's good enough now. There's something about working the lever that connects you to history. You can get follow-up shots almost as fast as a semi-auto with practice. It's not about being old-fashioned. It's about appreciating designs that work. The action is so smooth it becomes an extension of your arm. Number 20. The Revolver Owner. You don't need a tactical rail to be effective. Modern isn't always better. Sometimes the old designs got it right. Revolver owners are the romantics of the gun world. Whether you carry a snub-nose point, .38, or a hunting hand cannon, you appreciate the elegant simplicity of a wheel gun. You value reliability, tradition, and the connection to a time when craftsmanship mattered. You're the type who might still write letters by hand, appreciate mechanical watches, and perhaps enjoy vinyl records. You believe that some older designs have enduring value that newer innovations can't replace. Personality traits, values, simplicity, and proven reliability. Appreciates tradition and craftsmanship. Likely has patience and attention to detail. Probably has other old-school interests. Common phrases: 6 shots is all you need if you know what you're doing. No magazines to lose, no stovepipes to clear. There's something satisfying about a good double-action trigger. It'll never fail when you need it most. If you're a revolver fan, tell us your favorite caliber in the comments. And if you've enjoyed this journey through gun owner stereotypes, make sure you're subscribed and hit that bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the firearms world.